know what? One of the things is I sit around here and I think, and I look and I see a YouTube comment that's 5 months old, and I see a reply on it, and it's been that long, and there's nothing. I do wonder, like, this shouldn't pass through my mind, but it does. Fortunately, it's rooted outside in the real world, kind of. I'm like, dang, I wonder if that person's still alive. After all, we are all ourselves at a higher rate than we ever have before, especially young guys. So if they did do that and they disappeared, it was probably a guy. Poor dude. It's awful. It's like, yeah, like 4 times more likely, hundreds of thousands a year. You're just sitting, like, to myself, like, you're just sitting here standing by, watching this, doing absolutely nothing to help. You're just, like, listening to trap music and vaping and feeling like you're, like, you shouldn't be doing better, like you're all okay. You could, like, look around and see people dismissing it as a crisis, and it's just one of many of polycrises, many problems at a big scale. You could see them roasting that person for not caring about an important issue. And you could even agree, and you could feel, like, righteously indignant and, like, morally uppity about yourself, like, yeah, that is bad, that shouldn't be happening. Homie calls you to, like, you need to be there to talk for him. Meanwhile, none of my friends ever hit me up ever. That's besides the point. Maybe I should check in and make sure they're not doing it, but also, that's not going to make any difference. Like, it's going to have no impact on scale. And, well, like, what am I going to do? Like, reform all of society or become a psychologist, and 10 years later, I'll have enough educational material in my degree to maybe run a study that people may or may not care about, and it doesn't matter because they all have degrees. So your chances are as good as an average person competing against an average person. So what are you going to do? And then how are you going to implement it? And how are you going to get people to help themselves even? I just sounded like Jordan Peterson, which is very fitting when you're in the belly of the dragon. Yeah, what are you going to do about the dragon? Are you going to reform all of society from the outside so it stops being objectively bad in ways that even multiple of us, if we worked together, couldn't coordinate and overcome? Like, okay, dude, I'm just going to fix myself. Back to the Peterson, you're 2 steps away from 1 million people, and you're 3 steps away from 1 billion. Yeah, it still doesn't seem to have, well, you can't directly influence it if you're good at doing that to a great effect. It's, like, not under your direct control. It doesn't seem to have as beneficial or long-lasting of an impact as you would think. Like, yeah, you'd have to localize it in your like, decentralized personal local community. Localized was the word I was looking for. But wow, dude, I really am worthless and awful and bad and hypocritical if I ever say otherwise too. It's a bad thing to just be sitting here doing nothing. What am I supposed to do? That's why I think this whole thing is so fundamentally broken, that we literally don't have the time or resources to set right what's already been done. You can't fix the crisis. If you did now, it's already too late for all those people. You have to ignore it in favor of something that'll solve all of it.